Hi, this is Miss Asborn. I have a nine question I want to ask about crime. First of all, the first question: do you think Miss Asborn, the community you live in, is dangerous?
Where I live, no, it is not dangerous.
Why not?
I live out in the country, and there's not a lot of people, and everybody knows everybody else. So if there's even so much as a strange car that goes down the road, everybody knows it's a strange car, and they watch. So
Oh,
we
that,
know if something's different.
that's me. You know each other, the community you live in. You know.
Yeah.
Okay. The second question: do you have some opinion about what make a person break the law? Like some people they break the law. Do you
Right.
have some opinion that why they break the law?
Why do they break the law? It depends on what the crime is. For some people, it might be that they live in an area that has a lot of poverty. They don't have a lot of access to money, and they might steal. When it comes to really violent crime like murder, I just think that it's a matter of not being able to control emotions. That people don't learn how to express anger appropriately, and then bad things happen.
Oh, okay. And have you read about crime in the newspaper or online? And can you tell what the article about?
Yes, oh yeah. Every day there's something in the newspaper about crimes, auto theft, murders, things like that. Recently, the article in just yesterday's paper talked about a city councilman in Flint who was driving drunk and who had been smoking maybe marijuana, I can't remember, or cocaine or something, and he had a very bad accident and they got arrested.
In Flint, in
In
Michigan?
Flint, yeah. And
Oh,
this was a city councilman.
yeah.
And so of course it was front page news because he's a government official and government officials should not be breaking the law.
Oh,
Okay?
so he work in the government
Yes.
and he
Yes.
break the law.
Oh, yeah, big time. Really badly.
Yeah. So, and have you read a crime novel?
Oh yes, lots of them.
Can you tell me some story about it?
I think one of the best ones that we have actually read here, a crime novel in a reading class, was called A Time to Kill. And it's about a man who kills another man because that man had raped his daughter, a little girl, maybe I think she was 10 years old. And the crime novel is all about the lawyer and the man and the community, and did he commit a crime when you have a man who discovers another man raping your daughter and you become so violent as to kill that man? Whose fault is it? You know, is
Yeah.
that really a crime if you are trying to protect your daughter?
Oh yeah.
So
So, do you know some of your friend lawyer?
yes, oh yeah, I have some friends who are lawyers.
Yeah.
So,
Can you tell me about her or his job?
well, in most cases, it's not nearly. I mean, when you watch television, all of the lawyer shows on television make it look very dramatic and interesting. I have to tell you that it is not dramatic and interesting. In most cases, it's a lot of reading and a lot of paperwork. And the one thing that you need to know is when you have a friend who's a lawyer, they cannot talk about their job. It's called a privacy issue.
Privacy?
Right, and so even if I know my lawyer friend is working with you about something, I cannot ask about that. And they cannot tell me what you are doing, even though I know you and you are my friend also.
Why? It's just
It's a privacy
some
issue.
information you
Yes,
get.
it's a privacy issue. Lawyers can never talk about what their clients tell.
I
It's a
guess.
secrecy.
I don't know about that.
Yes.
And I have another question. Can you communicate in one of the following topics like internet crime or organized crime? Can you
I
communicate?
think I don't know a lot about either of those, but I do know what I've read, like in the newspaper and magazines. And internet crime
Yeah.
is a very serious type of crime. Internet crime attacks mostly big businesses and governments, people think of it as being a personal thing, but truthfully, most internet crime is not directed at people like me. Okay.
What do you mean, like
Yeah,
you?
just ordinary citizens. I don't have a business, that type of thing. A lot of really big internet crime is within banks and big businesses
Yeah.
where they can steal lots of money or lots of information, everybody's passcodes to their accounts or something.
Yeah,
That is serious.
yeah, like the internet crime that it happened like with a lot with the bank, like some
Yes.
stole the bank.
With
Like
banks,
we
businesses.
have in our reading book, some stories some woman stole 10 cent from each account, 12
Exactly.
years, and she collect over $5 million.
Yeah,
My
exactly.
$5 million.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have another one. Can you describe activity that is considered illegal, but you believe should be legalized?
I can't really think of anything, no. The
Like
marijuana laws, the
drive
driving,
fast
yeah,
or
I think the speed limits are necessary. You know, you can't have everybody racing around as fast as they
so
want to
how
go.
about smoke weed or smoke marijuana?
Again,
Because some I know some people they say it should be legalized. It's okay if I smoke because like look like the alcohol. It's okay if you smoke it over
I
21.
suppose, but
But some other people they say no.
no, I say no.
You say no.
I say no, no. We don't have to legalize that, and maybe about the only law I would change is I would change the smoking laws. I would get rid of smoking altogether. I wouldn't legalize it. I would make it also illegal.
You mean
All smoking, period.
all the smoking illegal?
Yeah, no, illegal.
Illegal. Oh.
Yeah, the opposite of what your question says.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything that I would make legal, but I can think of some things I would make illegal.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Have you been to an injury?
Have I been injured
Yeah.
from a crime? Oh, a
Yeah.
jury.
A
Did you say-
jury. Oh, a
on a
jury.
jury.
A jury.
Yes, I have served twice on juries.
Can you tell me about your experience?
The first time I served on a jury, it was I was dismissed, and by dismissed I meant that once they brought everybody in, they decided they did not want me to be a juror, and so I was let go. I could go home. The second time, however, I was called for jury duty. It was for a case where a woman came out to her car after work in a parking lot at a factory, and a man assaulted her and beat her and stole her car. And
You've been like this?
yeah, and I was on the jury for that, and it was about 3 days for the trial. We had to sit and listen to the testimony of many different people. We had to look at video from the camera, the surveillance
yeah.
camera in the parking lot, that type of thing. In the end, the jury found the man guilty. That he was the man in the video who attacked the
stole you?
woman and stole the car.
Oh,
So,
that's cool. that found a man who
yeah,
did.
yeah. Well, it was on the video, but it was at night. It was
Oh,
dark.
it's
and
not
so
dark,
you had
not
to
clear.
kind of,
Yeah.
You had to kind of decide, was this the man?
Oh, yeah.
This the man? And we decided, yes, he was.
The last question, can you describe a famous crime you hear it in the newspaper, you read it in the newspaper
can.
or online?
One of the most famous crimes in the history of the United States involves a football player back in the late 1980s. His name was O.J. Simpson, and he was accused of murdering his wife and another man who was with her at the time. She was walking down a sidewalk. A man jumped out of the bushes and stabbed her and stabbed the friend, and they both died. And
You mean both men?
There's O.J. Simpson. There's his wife and another man. Okay. The police said that these two people were walking down the street. This man jumped out of the bushes, stabbed and killed both of them.
Because why he called both of them? Because his wife was the other man?
Because it was his wife. Now they were separated. They were not divorced, but they were separated. And the police said that he was the killer, that he killed his wife and he killed the other man. The trial was huge. It was all over the television and the newspapers for many, many days. And in the end, the jury said he was not guilty.
He was not
He
guilty?
was not guilty.
Why not?
Well, that's a good question.
Why
Be-
not?
uh,
Because he killed. He...
They couldn't prove it. The evidence that they had
Oh,
did not match.
did that match?
That did not match. He said, no, it wasn't me. I was in a different place. I
Wow.
was doing something else. And they couldn't make the evidence match to say that he was the one who killed his wife. They never did find a killer and convict. Yeah, I remember that.
Until now, they didn't find the killer
No.
about that?
No, they have never convicted anybody in that murder. Most white Americans, the reason I remember this trial is because at the time I worked in an integrated school, many black people and many white people.
Oh,
And I remember this trial specifically because the black people were all excited. They were sure he had not done it, and they were cheering when he was acquitted.
so
And the white people were all sure he had done it,
so
and they were very sad that
they
he was acquitted. And you could see a very distinct difference between the black people and the white people watching the same trial and reaching two different conclusions.
so that's make like racing
It
between
it was
between the black and white.
it was very interesting to see the racial difference.
Oh,
There
my
wasn't
God.
anything between the black and white, but the differences between how the black people saw what was happening on television and how the white people saw what was happening on television.
And
Two very different
Oh my
ways of they see the same thing,
but
but
they
they
say
had totally different
yeah,
ideas.
totally different opinion.
Yes, exactly, exactly. And I can remember to this day what people said and what they were
Like
talking about.
what year this? Like
I'm trying to remember. I think it was like the early 90s, maybe like 90, 92, 93, 1992,
Really?
93.
before I born, maybe.
Oh, yeah. Probably, well, not that long ago, 92 to 2013.
Yes, like 12 or 30 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not 12 years
No,
old.
but you said 1992.
Maybe. I think it was maybe 92.
I born in 1993.
Okay, so maybe before you were born.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was still. If you go on YouTube and you look up O.J. Simpson, you can find information even today about this trial.
Oh yeah.
Very famous trial in American history.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr.
That was the ninth question?
Yeah, that's the
Okay.
ninth question. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Now, what do you have to do with this?